Don't you love when you just make a video and it wasn't even recording? um, I want to touch base with you all. Hello, first and foremost, it's Patty from Patty Laundry ND. And I'm here from a different room in my home, mostly because I love the cow that I usually have in the backdrop, but I wanted to highlight this beautiful wolf who is very near and dear to my heart. I do have a lot of wolf paintings, drawings, pictures in my home because I very much resonate with that energy. And speaking of energy, I want to talk a little bit about the physical form, which is primarily, what I focus on the majority of my daily life. Being an anatomy and physiology professor, I'm always talking about how the human body works, its physical function, its physical form. But, when I connect with those individuals that are interested in my work as a naturopath, I really like to go deeper than just the physical. I think that each and every one of us has the ability to heal. We are all healers. And this is something we were born with. And it's about time now, and I think as we're all kind of raising our consciousness, it's about time that we tap in to that knowing and into that ability. I love working with individuals. In fact, I'm going to be working with a client in about 15 minutes, so I can't make this video too long. But I love working with individuals, trying to help them find that balance. As a naturopath, what I do is I educate. I offer information about different things that can help the body find a state of balance once again. But the body is doing all of the work. I'm doing nothing. I'm just, I'm not even in the same room with my clients. I do most of my work through Skype or on the phone. So I just offer information, and there are very helpful things that we can introduce into the body. Most of them are natural plants like herbs that can help strengthen and detoxify the body to bring it back to a state of balance. But again, it's the body doing the work. If you add these herbs to dead flesh, they won't do anything, right? But when they're mixed with your energy, and that's the key. When they're mixed with your energy, these herbs, these things we introduce, these fruits, food is the most medicinal substance we can take in. It creates this beautiful harmony, and that's what we're after. We're after homeostasis. I talk a lot about homeostasis in my course, and homeostasis is just bringing our body back to a state of balance, and it's what our body is constantly striving for. It's what our body is working to do 24/7 at all times. We're constantly bombarded with things that take us off balance, that take us away from that homeostatic center. But our body brings us back to the center. And we can help with that. We are powerful. We have that ability to go within ourselves and to manipulate that dense energy that is creating the issue in our problem and to free it up. So I just want to share that with you all. And I want you to kind of look into that, perhaps for yourself. Maybe this is something that you can do to help your own physical issue. So maybe if I just give you an example, because I find when I teach, examples are the best way to help people understand something. Because if you just kind of talk about all of the functional things and you don't bring it down to something that is tangible, it doesn't really make sense. So to give you an example of how I do this for myself, I have in my life experienced many traumas. I was a gymnast for 15 years or so, and I had fallen many different times and injured myself. In my late 20s, I went to a chiropractor. He did a manipulation on my neck. He very much damaged the muscles in my neck and I think some of the nerves. And that was very traumatic for me. And then in my 40s, I fell rock climbing of all things, and I severely damaged my ankle. At every location of my body, first and foremost, these experiences of the trauma were life lessons, right? Because everything we experience is to help us grow. And sometimes, the universe knocks really hard if we're not listening to it. We get a very, very serious trauma to help wake us up. But all of these traumas have been there as lessons for me. And I had to go within and help myself heal. Yes, there were surgeons involved, especially with my ankle injury, to bring my ankle back into alignment and to pin and needle all of the bones back into place. But it was my own energy that had to help with that. And how can we tap in and help that healing process? Well, first of all, if we don't do anything about it, if we just rely on others to do our healing, we are very minimally going to heal. We have to be involved, and that's what I want to share with you. You have to be involved in the healing process because it's not up to anybody else to heal you. It's up to you to heal you because you are the sovereign being that owns your body. No one else does. And no other human being can tell you anything that is going to happen because you are in control at all times. So keep that in mind. But I have, lots of different traumas in my body, one of which is because of this chiropractic injury. That's probably been the most traumatic with me chronically. The ankle is healing quite well. But what the chiropractor did to me was very traumatic, and all of the muscle tissue on this side of my neck, very dense, and it's affecting, a lot of the muscles here insert onto the ribs, like for instance, the scalene muscles insert onto the first two ribs, sternocleidomastoid inserting onto the clavicle, and onto the sternum. And even in the back here, I can feel maybe a little of the trapezius, a little of the levator scapulae, all of these muscles tight, constricted. And with that density, with that tightness, it traps things, metabolic waste products, other things that come into my body, and energy. All of that gets trapped. It's all dense in that spot. And you can probably feel this in your own body. Areas of your body where you feel a density, where you feel soreness, where you feel tightness. Maybe you get body work to help release that, but you can release that yourself just by going within, quieting the mind, and focusing on that density. And then one thing you can do, whether this density just be simple muscle tightness, maybe it's a lot of connective tissue that is built up, maybe it's a mass, maybe it's cells that have overdivided in an attempt to protect you. Doctors call it the C word. We just call it a density. And you can go into that density and you can start breaking up that energy, start releasing it, envision it kind of expanding and releasing. And we see that with tissues as they change, that expansion and that release. So go in, break up, release, and allow it to exit your body. You can do energy work, you can do movement. Some people like to add different essential oils. The essential oil, frankincense, sandalwood, lemon, these are all wonderful to work with because they're very helpful in breaking up and pulling out. And you can run a diffuser. If you have an organic, pure essential oil, you can mix it with a carrier oil and rub it in that area. Don't ever rub the essential oil directly on your skin. It always has to have a carrier oil, and anything that you apply on the body must be 100% pure organic if it is an essential oil. But I wanted to share that all with you with my beautiful tapestry in the backdrop today. So keep that in mind. We are in control of everything, and we can help ourselves heal completely. So I wish you a beautiful day. I'm going to try to keep up with these little mini videos throughout the day, but I do have to get ready for a consultation now. Blessings, peace, and continue to grow, continue to ascend, and to continue to seek truth and see the truth. There's only one truth, my friends, and we have the ability to see it if we simply open our eyes.